The episode begins by focusing on the quiet domestic sanctuary Stewie has built for himself, centered entirely around his teddy bear Rupert.
By the way, don't tell Rupert about Paul Walker. Oh, yes. Maybe bye?
To the outside world, Rupert is just an inanimate object, a collection of stuffing and worn fabric.
Ew, no, ew.
But to Stewie, the bear is a silent confidant
Do me a favor and don't wake me when you come up, though.
and a source of unconditional stability in a world that often feels chaotic. The conflict ignites when Brian, acting out of a mixture of intoxication and a deeper unspoken resentment, carelessly destroys the bear while Stewie is asleep. This isn't just a prank or a mistake. It is a profound violation of Stewie's personal space and emotional security. When Stewie wakes to find his oldest friend in pieces, the tone of the episode shifts from comedy to a very real portrayal of grief and betrayal. The pilgrimage for forgiveness. Rather than letting the conflict dissolve into a series of jokes, the narrative follows a path of atonement. Brian quickly realizes that a simple apology won't suffice. He understands that he hasn't just ruined a toy. He has damaged his standing as Stewie's protector. To make things right, he proposes a journey, a hike to the summit of a mountain in Vermont, to give Rupert a proper, dignified farewell. The progression of the story becomes a literal and figurative climb. As the two characters navigate the rugged terrain, the physical exhaustion mirrors their emotional strain. Away from the distractions of Quahog, they are forced to confront one another.
Me alone! Why are you being such a jerk over a stupid...
Stewie's anger is cold and persistent, while Brian's guilt is compounded by the realization that he cannot simply fix the hurt he caused. The hike acts as a pilgrimage, a necessary struggle intended to prove that Brian values Stewie's feelings more than his own convenience.
Stewie!
The turning point. Facing mortality. Brian admits a painful truth. His destruction of the bear wasn't accidental. It was born out of a deep-seated jealousy. Brian reveals his struggle with the fact that he, as a dog, has a limited lifespan, whereas the bear was immortal. He was jealous of the permanence of a toy compared to his own fleeting time in Stewie's life. This moment transforms the narrative. It moves from a story about a broken toy to a story about the fear of being forgotten. Brian realizes that by attacking Rupert, he was attacking the very symbol of Stewie's love. This vulnerability allows Stewie to see Brian not as a villain, but as a flawed, aging friend who is terrified of losing his place in the world. Upon reaching the summit, the ceremony they hold is surprisingly sincere. They scatter the remains of the bear into the wind, a symbolic act of letting go that provides Stewie with the closure he desperately needed. The ghost of what the bear represented is finally laid to rest, but the bond between the dog and the child is significantly strengthened. Returning home, Brian presents Stewie with a new bear. They both know it isn't the original Rupert, and they don't pretend it is. However, the gift is accepted because it represents Brian's commitment to being Stewie's new constant. It is a gesture of renewal, an acknowledgement that while things change and comforts fade, the person